Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you my tips on how to make the most out of the website PrizeRebel, which is a survey site I recently recommended in a video a few days ago. So the whole point of me making this video is to try and give you an idea on how to make the most money from this website. So I recommended it, and now I'm going to try and help you choose the right survey providers to go with, as you've got all these options here, which are the best in value and which ones you want to be spending your time doing. So this is all from my experience. I'd say play around, but I've had a go with some of these survey providers to see which gets the most money, and I'm going to try and give you that feedback today. So if you've come from my other video, welcome. If you found this video by itself, the link to this website is in the description. But before we get into any of my recommendations of survey providers, you've got to bear in mind that this is just from my experience, and it's not guaranteed for you because you might be in a different country or things might be different, but hopefully you'll get something from this video. So that's the whole idea of it. We're going to start off by going to the Your Surveys. So you might recognize this area if you've used this website already. You've got all your survey providers along the top, and I'm going to give you my recommended ones to go with first, and that's based on things like success rates and actual value for the money you're going to get for your time. So we start on the Your Surveys page, and you only have one option on here, and it's your daily survey. Now it's only 80 points, which is 80 cents, and the survey itself could be between about 5 minutes and half an hour. So half an hour for 80 cents is not worth it, you know that. So this is not the most valuable place to start, but it's worth having a go because the success rate is pretty high. It's definitely worth having a go, but not first. If we move on to the gold section, this is similar. You've got your surveys daily survey. That might be the same one as that one, I think it is, but yeah, you can see it's 80 points, so that'll be the same one. But you've got other daily surveys here. It's probably best doing these 90 and 95 ones. Still not straight away. These are going to be sort of like your second choice, third choice surveys to do. And your first choice survey is actually going to come from the next survey provider. The one with the green logo, I think it's pronounced Simplicio. And this is up to 30-minute survey. That could be anything from 5 minutes, 10 minutes, right the way up to half an hour. But you do get a guaranteed sum of 110 points, which is just over $1, which is not bad if you get a 10-minute survey. It'll tell you before it. If it says half an hour, it's probably not the best value, but if it says it's a 10-minute or a 15-minute survey, or maybe even a 20-minute survey, you're going to get very good value, and it's probably one of the best value surveys you're going to actually be able to do. So definitely recommend these. You can do this multiple times a day as well, so you could do this 2 or 3 times and quite easily get $3-4. So definitely my recommended one. The next provider is Say So For Good, and these are really random. I mean, time to complete 13 minutes, and you get well over $1. Now that's much better value than the Simplicio ones, but I don't think these have as good success rate. I mean, I've tried a few of these, and it's very rare that you actually get credited or you actually qualify for them, but definitely worth a go because you can get some crazy deals. You can get 5-minute surveys that get you $3, or I've had I think a 10-minute survey that was about $5. I didn't qualify for it, but if you do, that's really easy, quick money. So definitely worth having a look at, but I'd stick to the Simplicio ones for starters. The next one is Peanut Labs, and if I'm going to be honest, a bit disappointing because they're completely random and they're just not worth it at all. An example of that one there, 20-minute survey, 29 points. There's no point doing that at all. Ones like this, 13 minutes, 45 points, that's closer, and occasionally you'll get really good value ones, say 10 minutes for $2, so have a go at them. But stay away from this one because they're just not worth it. But if you do get one that's worth it, obviously go for it. And in terms of success rates, not as high as the others, but that's just in my case, it might be different. The next provider is Taluna, and I currently don't have any surveys available. Now these I did when I was trying this website out a few weeks ago, there were a few. I was getting probably 5 a day. I didn't have the time to do them all, but if you do have the time, they did have quite a high success rate. In terms of value for money though, they were about 10 to 15 minute surveys, and you'd get anywhere between 50 and 75 cents. So not the best value, but the success rate was high enough that it was worth it. So not the first choice, but definitely worth a go. Next up is Precision, and unfortunately there are no surveys available. So if you are in a different country, this might differ, so you might have some, so I can't really give you much information on this one. Next is going to be Opworld, and again the same problem, so stay away from those if you want, because they might not have any surveys, but definitely worth a check. But I've never had any, so I can't really comment. The next one is this one, and just that takes you to the survey directly, so you never have any idea how long the survey is going to be or how much it's going to get you, so stay away from that. But if you're feeling lucky, you might as well give it a go. And the final one I'm going to go to is TAP research surveys, and these are really interesting because they can be any sort of time length for any sort of money. So 18 minutes, 18 points, that's not worth it. But the good thing about this, it has a rating system where previous users give a rating out of 5, and that will give you an idea as to how successful these surveys are. If you have a look down, you get some good value ones. 15 minutes and 74 points, that's really good value. 12 minutes, 75 points, you could probably get that one done in 5 to 10 minutes, and that's not a bad way, but it's worth checking the rating system to see if they are successful. In terms of my experience, I haven't had much, but the shorter ones are quite handy if you just a bit off your target. So if you just need a few more points to get $5, the threshold, then this 1 minute one for 9 points would come in useful there. But have a look at these, it's always interesting to see if there is a really good value one and you might qualify for it, and if you do, then that's easy money, so worth a look at definitely. In terms of other ways to actually make money on this website, there are a few sort of hidden survey providers as well. Now to get to them, you want to go to offer walls, and it will take you to the Peanut Labs one as the default. But if you go to one like Trial Pay, there's usually a few surveys across the top. Oh no, it's not Trial Pay, it must be AdGate. There's just the few that are similar, and I think, yeah, it's loading some surveys at the top. So as you can see there, 3-minute survey for over $2. That is amazing value, but in all honesty, the likeliness of that actually qualifying you is probably very low, and they're probably looking for a very specific group of people, which is why it's that much value. But you might be lucky enough to do it, and if you are, then it's definitely worth it. So some of these aren't too bad in terms of value. The 13-minute one isn't bad, so it's worth having a look at these, seeing what the offers are, and having a go at some that are good value. There's offers, which is simple small tasks that you can do. There's like your daily surveys. Most of these links take you back to the daily surveys page, so there's not much point actually coming to this part of the website, but you might find something depending on where you are. The engage videos I've never had the time to do, so can't really give you much idea, but there's no videos available at this time anyway, and the actual value is not good. 6 videos for 2 points is probably a bit pointless. The tasks page is, well, there's nothing much here, and I've never really used this, but if you want to have a go at this, you can do. This one is please transcribe the audio, you get a point. There's 125 tasks available, so if you want to have a go at these, they might be different in depending on where you are. So that's sort of my feedback and opinion on this website. As I say, I recommended it in a video, so if you come from that one, hopefully this will give you a bit more of an insight on where to start. You can also check the PrizeRebel Twitter page. I'll leave a link to that and everything that I've mentioned in the description. And the Twitter page, they do put promo codes on, so probably one every other day or something like that, you'll get a few extra points, which is quite handy. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, remember to leave a like, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching.